Hey, this is Pete the Tech Guy, and welcome to this week's subscriber-only commentary. If you're watching the Tease right now and you'd like to see the entire commentary, this one called Ralph Kiner and Sequestration, then go over to thetechguyblog.com, DATECHGUY blog.com, hit the tip jar for any amount, and I'll send you the code so that you can see this video. If you'd like to get the codes every week, then hit subscribe for any amount, and when these videos get released, I'll make sure you get the code so that you can see all the weekly commentaries. As I said, this week's commentary is called Ralph Kiner and Sequestration. Now you might wonder, what does a 90-year-old Hall of Famer slugger have to do with sequestration? Well, let me tell you, for those of you who don't follow baseball, Ralph Kiner, in a very short career, hit 369 home runs, mostly for the Pittsburgh Pirates. He was an incredible home run hitter, one of the dominant home run hitters of his age. But he got a lot of disrespect later on in his career and later on in the eyes of baseball fans. Partially because he only played 10 years, his time playing was cut back due to a back injury, which pretty much put him out of the game, and because he played for a last-place team like Pittsburgh and then played for the Cubs, which didn't do a whole lot better for him. As Branch Rickey described Ralph Kiner, "We managed to come in last place with you, we'll come in last place without you." But the most interesting thing about Ralph Kiner, in the historical sense, is how perceptions of him have changed. During the time he was active, he was one of the most feared hitters around. Warren Spahn, in a 1961 article, as quoted by Bill James, called him one of the toughest outs he ever had. He named him fourth on his list behind people like Willie Mays, saying, "Kiner endangered any lead you had." By the time Spahn was asked years later, Kiner had disappeared from the list because Ralph Kiner was not considered, he was considered. Later on, for some reason, the memory of what he had done, which was very vivid at the time, had gone away, and it became fashionable to say, "Oh, he only hit 369 home runs. Oh, he only hit them for the Pirates. Oh, it didn't much matter." Well, let me tell you something. To the people who saw him play at the time, it mattered a lot, and he was a dangerous hitter. And he was voted into the Hall of Fame in 1975. What does this have to do with sequestration? Well, with Ralph Kiner, people are rewriting history. With sequestration, they're doing the same thing as well.